Positioning, right? So hips or belly button, as you prefer. True edge on top and out past their shoulder. Right? Okay. So how do we actually obtain that? Because our opponent is not going to want to let us have that. They're going to be a jerk and keep denying us advantage. Those bastards, selfish. Right? So how do I go about doing that?
You have to create a tempo.
Create a tempo. Okay. Okay. How would I do that?
Provoking actions.
Provoking action. Okay, great. Anything else?
Ask them very nicely.
Ask them very nice, bro. Do me a favor. Let me have advantage on your sword, dude. All right. So we begin with our first way of gaining advantage in the Anonimo Bolognese begins on play 1. This part is very tricky, and you just have to follow along. What you're going to want to do is make sure you have the correct body positioning. The more profiled you are, the better. You're going to set your sword against their sword, two edges. If you guys do side sword fencing, I'm imagining at some point you have been in this position. Kind of the default. Okay? What you're going to do is, everybody knows what a gathering step is?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to gather your left foot towards your left side and next to the height of your foot. That's it. Then, if he does nothing, you're going to move your right foot. Now do you guys see I have advantage already? If he does nothing, I continue making this little step to the side, and eventually I'll just walk that point into his shoulder. They stole from the best. Okay, let's try that again. So we're here. I walk the point towards his shoulder. You guys pretty much see how this works? Okay. Yeah. What you're going to want to do, almost everybody's going to want to do, is you're going to want to push into his sword. Please don't push into his sword. Trust that when your body is moving, your hips, your powerful muscles will be all that is required to move the point of the sword away. If you try to push, you're creating an opening for your opponent to seize advantage of. Okay? So again, we're just positioned like so, and we just step to the side. Right? And he's pushing hard, and like I'm still able to do it, right? Because it's my rear end muscles versus his wrists. Okay? All right. So that is the beginning of play 1. We do this. Okay? Now, part 2 is, what is he going to do in response? Imagine there's somebody with a sharp sword, scary point thing, okay? And you feel them pushing your sword aside, okay? Most people are going to, they're going to disengage, svalsata, probazione, whatever, try to switch to the other side, okay? And this is where play 1 comes in. So we come here like this, we make our pressuring action, and he's going to do some stuff from the other side. We're going to turn our false edge over his sword. Now, I didn't just, this is very important, I do not just do this. Please don't do this. The sword and the body work in tandem. The sword is part of your body, so don't just fling it around like that. Turn your hips, turn your body so you create this position, okay? I won't talk too much about why. Just trust me on this one. If you need to pull in the arm to keep the false edge over so that you have little T-Rex arms, that's absolutely fine. Okay? Then from here, you can just gently hit your partner in the mat. Be careful. This doesn't seem like much of a cut, but you can actually rock the world pretty hard. Okay? So go ahead and get in your groups. Again, key things. When you're moving in, don't push to the side. And when you make the false edge over, turn your whole body. Okay, great.